Welcome to our channel. Today, we're taking you on an exciting journey to discover the top 10 things to do in the heart of Central America, Managua, Nicaragua. From vibrant markets to historical landmarks, Managua has something for everyone. Number 10. Visit Apoyo Lagoon. Though lots of people visit Lake Nicaragua, the biggest and where Otepe is, this lagoon near Managua is a nice spot to spend a day relaxing. This 200-meter deep lake is the perfect spot for swimming, kayaking, fishing, and sailing. Hostels offer day trips from Granada for around $10 USD, it's just 15 kilometers outside of Granada. You can also visit independently and stay overnight if you want a longer visit. Number 9. Visit the Stone Man. Alberto Gutierrez has been carving animals and symbols into the stones outside Esteli for decades. He had a vision of angels who told him to carve, and in an effort to end his alcoholism, began carving every time he craved a drink. He's not easy to get to, but he is incredibly welcoming. He doesn't speak any English, so if you don't speak Spanish, just nod and enjoy the carvings. He also won't ask for any money, but donations are welcome. This is a really great, off-the-beaten-path destination. Number 8. Hike Miraflores. Located in Esteli in northern Nicaragua, Reserva Natural Miraflores was yet another highlight of my trip. This is a stunning cloud forest with rivers and waterfalls, offering the chances for day hikes and multi-day treks. The multi-day trips enable you to stay with local host families in small communities. The one-day trek that one did ran from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and cost around $20 USD, which included 2 meals and a mandatory guide. An extra bonus that I loved is that all the money goes back into supporting the community and farmers. Number 7. Escape to the Corn Islands. Located off the Caribbean coast of Nicaragua, the Corn Islands are a gorgeous place for a vacation retreat. Most people come to the islands to snorkel, scuba dive, fish, soak up the sun, and relax with a good book. You can see hammerhead sharks and there are lots of underwater caves to explore as well. There are 2 islands, Little Corn and Big Corn. Little Corn is the quieter, more backpacker-oriented island with cheaper guest houses and fewer resorts. Big Corn is more developed with larger resorts and more restaurants, and it's more expensive. Round-trip flights from Managua to Big Corn Island cost around $300 USD. You can then catch a boat to Little Corn Island for around $10 USD each way. Number 6. Go volcano boarding. Cerro Negro, a young and active volcano, is where tourists, mostly backpackers, board down the gravelly slopes on one of the many organized tours to the mountain. You hike up to the top, which takes around an hour, sit on a piece of wood, and then fly down the side of the volcano. It's the main reason lots of travelers visit Leon and, while not my cup of tea, is extremely popular. I couldn't visit anywhere in the country without seeing someone wearing an "I went volcano boarding" t-shirt. The most popular slope is on Cerro Negro, a 728-meter high volcano that is still active. It hasn't erupted since 1999. Prices start at $35 USD per person. Number 5. Visit Old Leon. The ruins of Leon Viejo date back to the 16th century and are a short trip from Leon. The site is one of Nicaragua's 2 UNESCO World Heritage listings and is one of the oldest Spanish colonial settlements in the Americas. While this isn't some lavish ruin site, it's really the only place to see and learn about the country's founding colonial past. You can get here in about an hour from the city. Number 4. Visit New Leon. This city was Nicaragua's capital until 1857. To this day it remains the country's intellectual capital and is home to the National University. Remnants of the political war between the US-backed right-wing Somozas and the socialist Sandinistas, which lasted almost 30 years, can be seen in the graffiti and murals around the city. There are a lot of churches here, including a UNESCO World Heritage Cathedral, many art museums, and a burgeoning food movement. Make sure you visit the Museum of the Revolution, a fascinating museum about the Sandinista movement. The city makes a great base for nearby trips to volcanoes and was one of the highlights of my trip. Number 3. Visit Otepe Island. This extraordinary island is located on Lago de Nicaragua and is formed by 2 joined volcanoes, Concepcion and Madeiras. Hiking, kayaking, cycling, and healthy food are the island's main draws. Just keep in mind that hiking the volcanoes is as hard as it appears. You'll need to start really early or the midday heat will slow you down significantly. I learned this lesson the hard way. The hikes take 8 to 10 hours and guides are mandatory. Expect to pay around $20 USD for a group hike. Just make sure you have solid footwear, a hat, and sunscreen. It gets warm. Number 2. Surf in San Juan del Sur. A hit with surfers and backpackers, San Juan del Sur is the most popular beach destination in Nicaragua. All the beaches are beautiful and lapped by warm water. Here you'll find great surfing, the second largest statue of Jesus in the world behind Christ the Redeemer in Brazil, and lots of cheap bars. Expect to pay around $30 USD for a 2-hour group surf lesson. Other popular activities include taking an ATV tour and heading to Otepe Island for a day trip. Number 1. Admire Granada. Granada has some of the most well-preserved architecture in Nicaragua. It was the first big Spanish settlement in the country, and many of the buildings and churches in the Spanish colonial style are beautifully preserved and painted in a myriad of colors. Besides wandering around gawking at the architecture, you can take a kayaking trip to the nearby islets, enjoy hiking trips to the Mombacho volcano, and visit the nearby markets in Masaya. While you're in town, be sure to eat at one of the kiosks in the town square serving vigorón, a delicious local pork and cabbage dish. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting travel content from around the world.